All right, today we are doing a certified hate video. We're going to talk about the UFC fighters that people do not hate enough. We're going to do a fighter from each division, and listen, there are reasons why, this guy should be hated or that guy should be hated. I'm going to tell you why, and I'm going to say that either fans may hate some of these fighters, but may not hate them enough. Some of these fighters might be ones that fans are all of a sudden enjoying that I think they should hate more. So without further ado, let's start in the flyweight division here. Bro, fuck Amir Albazi. I'm just going to say that. Fuck Amir Albazi, dude. Why? Alright. This guy has a very particular fan base. I just don't understand. There is nothing that I enjoy watching this guy fight. Now, I understand he's been through some stuff, so I sympathize with things that he's been through, injuries and accidents and health and stuff like that. I get it. That's not why we don't like him. I'm not even going to say how he never fucking fights. Not even going to say that. He is so fucking boring. Dude, fuck this guy. Fuck Amir Albazi, bro. Oh, it's just disrespect right off the bat. He's so boring, dude. He holds you against the cage. He's not as skilled as a lot of these other flyweights. He can't fucking strike for shit. He's a punching bag against Moreno. And then this guy goes out there and he robs Kai Kara-France after having his first fight in 18 months. And then what does he do after that? Doesn't fight for another 18 fucking months. Fuck this guy. He's somehow sitting there ranked at number 3 when he is shit. For the flyweights, like I have to just go on and discuss. When I say someone's shit, they're in the UFC. They're not shit. But compared to everyone else in his division, he's so fucking overrated. He's not that good. He's ranked 3 somehow. He lost to Kai Kara-France like 49-46 right in front of my eyes, and they gift him a decision. It's stupid. He's annoying to look at. Ugly bastard. I just don't understand, bro. I do not understand what the deal is here. Why do people even like this guy? I actually don't think that many people like this guy. But, fuck him. He can't be hated enough. Moving on. This guy is genuinely a terrorist of the sport. You all know. You all hate him anyway. I know you all hate him. No one fucking likes the guy. But you still can't hate him enough because this guy's a genuine terrorist of the sport. And it's literally for one reason. Like, he was a good fighter. He was a likable fighter. Fuck this guy, dude. He ruined Jose Aldo. He ruined the title run that we were supposed to get. We were going to get a legendary Jose Aldo title run where he beat Mario Batista and got robbed because this guy likes to hold guys up against the cage like some fucking John Jones wannabe, if you know what I mean. Big fan of the month of June. Loves when that thing that comes out after rainbow, or after, just gave it away. The thing that comes out after rainstorms. He's a fucking rainbow fruitcake over here. Loves holding guys against the cage, bitch. Fuck Mario Batista, dude. A terrorist of the sport. This guy ruined Jose Aldo's legacy. No, okay. So nobody can ruin Jose Aldo's legacy. This guy genuinely ruined another run at the title. He beat Jonathan Martinez, and then he goes out there and he beats Mario Batista. Mario Batista did everything he could to avoid a fight just by holding Aldo against the cage. Gets given the decision. If Aldo gets given that decision against Batista, it's a top 5 fight. It's a Davison Figueiredo fight. It's a Corey Sandhagen fight. And then it's a title shot because it's Jose Aldo. Like, come on. And then you have the argument, well, he gave Merab the toughest fight that he's had because he didn't get taken down once. And Merab did literally less damage to Aldo than he did to Umar. It's stupid. It's stupid, man. This guy fucking ruins everything. Fuck this guy. He ruined the Aldo title run. And then he talks, and he goes on the mic after, and he starts blaming, hey, it's got to be him. He's got to be the one to get off the cage. Fuck you, bro. Fuck you putting him against the fence, dude. You're a loser. You're a fucking joke to everybody. Now he's going to go fucking beat Cheeto Vera, and people are going to be like, he's actually really good, dude, when you think about it. And I know I'm going to have to listen to these people talking about how much they're going to like Mario Batista now because it's all the alternative thing to do. It's different to do. It's the same shit with Ian Gary. We'll get to fucking welterweight in a minute. But it's the same shit where it's like everybody is on the same page that we fucking hate this guy. So all the people that need to prove that they're hardcore and they watch the sport every weekend and analyze every little thing like the outside foot battle are going to start saying how much they like Mario Batista because of how good he is. Fuck you, dude. I don't care about your little alternative pop punk bullshit. That's what you are. You're just the alternative high school kid. Mario Batista, genuine terrorist of the sport. Most people fucking hate this guy, but he can't be hated enough. Now, my next one, a little controversial. It's more recently, for sure. Dude, I'm on the fuck Yair Rodriguez bandwagon right now. Why does this guy think he gets a title shot off of beating a 37-year-old Patricio Pitbull by decision? A 37-year-old Patricio Pitbull who came over from Bellator, hasn't even had a fight in the UFC before he gets Yair Rodriguez, after Yair is coming off an over-year-long layoff because he lost by submission to Brian Ortega. Before losing by submission to Brian Ortega, he just got dominated by Volkanovski on International Fight Week. Fight wasn't even fucking close. And now he's going, dude, I beat Pitbull, it's title shot only. Title shot only. Fuck you, bro. You don't get a title shot. No one wants to see that. Not to mention, this guy is avoiding a fight with Diego Lopez, which is a generational beef that we need to see. It is the perfect 5-round co-main event for UFC Guadalajara in September. I don't even want to talk about that right now, guys. I don't even want to talk about Diego Lopez. When I came up to Dana and Hunter and Mick and Sean Shelby, they said it's title shot only. They promised me title fight. I want title fight. You don't get a title shot off of beating fucking Pitbull. You have an opportunity for a generational beef fight with Diego Lopez, and you're going to turn it down because you think you get a title fight off of a guy that you just lost to 3 fights ago. You beat a 37-year-old, then you lost to Ortega, who's ranked 6 in the rankings, by the way, and then before that, you lost the title fight to the same guy you're trying to fight for the title. You don't get that. We have a Movsar Evloev in the division. We have Arnold Allen who hasn't fought for a title yet. Fight fucking Arnold Allen. You don't get that off of Pitbull. Fuck your ranking, too. Fuck your ranking. It's the other thing. This guy is an undeserved number 4 ranking. He's tied with Movsar Evloev in the rankings. What the fuck is the UFC doing? I feel like they're setting us up to give Yair an unwarranted title shot. That's what I feel like's happening. It's stupid. Yair can't be hated enough right now. He can. But he's not being hated enough by fans. Not enough people are in universal agreement that fuck this guy right now. A lot of people agree fuck the title shot, but fuck him for also avoiding the Diego Lopez fight. Fuck this guy overall right now. Don't want to... Ooh, major pause. Fuck. A lot of fuck this, fuck that. A lot of expletives in this video. So, parental discretion advised, I guess? I don't know. This guy, dude. Fuck Yair Rodriguez, man. Like, you don't deserve shit, buddy. Michael Chandler at lightweight. Dude, I don't like Chandler. This may be controversial as well. He's a good, nice family man. Adoption habits are suspicious, especially saying, like, the way he did it. It's like, the adoption habit itself isn't suspicious. It's just like, okay, it's different, but it is what it is. No one really cares. But to look at one of your sons and say, I made him pray every night so that way one day he could have a brother with skin like his. And doing that to virtue signal so that way people look at you and go, what a great guy. That's fucking weird. That is really fucking weird. And the way that this guy went about finding his wife was fucking weird. Relentlessly DMing her until she felt uncomfortable enough to say, fine, I'll go on a date with you, stop talking to me. Now they're married, but like, fucking, that's not a romantic story. That's a stalker-esque thing. It's so weird. You guys can look up your own shit on that. You can look at fucking Guru's talked about it a lot. It's weird, dude. But it's not just the weird shit, the weird guy he is and the fake motivational speaker he is. Pull yourselves up and never let yourself get down. Always fight. Cream rises to the top. I'm Michael Chandler, fucking motivational, blah, 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 blah. Not the catty, corny-ass bullshit. Because this guy is a fucking cornball, dude. The privilege. This guy actually has Dana White privilege. Tony Ferguson said it perfectly. This guy comes into the UFC, knocks out Dan Hooker, gets a title shot for the vacant belt. I get it's not going to be Gaethje because the fight before that, Gaethje had lost the title to Khabib. So it's going to be Charles Oliveira and who else? Poirier would have had it, but he wanted that trilogy fight with McGregor. I get it. It's the McGregor bag. So I guess Chandler is kind of the next guy. But he goes out there, he loses to Oliveira, then he gets I think it was the Ferguson fight after that. Or no, he got the Gaethje fight after that. That's a big fight. He kind of deserved that. Loses to Gaethje. Then he gets the Ferguson fight, punts his head off. Then he gets the Poirier fight. Again, like this guy's in big fight after big fight after big fight. He's 2-2 in the UFC, but you know what? It makes sense kind of at this point. Then he takes 2 years off waiting for McGregor, and they give him a Charles Oliveira fight? Like what? Why the Charles Oliveira fight? And they say it's for the title. It's a title eliminator. Winner gets a title shot. Excuse me? This guy is 2-2 in the UFC. He lost his most recent fight. And if he beats Charles Oliveira, he gets a title shot. Then he gets dominated by Charles Oliveira, hits him in the back of the head 50 times. That's another thing that I didn't even bring up. This guy is an in-cage cheater. Fish-hooking Gaethje, fish-hooking Poirier, punching Gaethje after eye-poking him, not realizing that Gaethje was like waiting for time, which granted, you go until the ref pulls you off, but like, you knew what you did and you still went in there for the hit. Punching Charles in the back of the head 50 times. This guy's a cheater, sticking his fingers in the glove. And now he goes out there and gets dominated by Patty, just proving that he is well past his prime. Fuck Chandler, dude. Don't like him. Dude, you can go watch my generational rant on the recap video of Pratis versus Magny that came out earlier this week. You can watch the same rant on the predictions video that happened last week. I don't care that you dare to be different and you like Ian Gary. All of a sudden, all these MMA fans are so outspoken about their support for Ian Gary, unwavering support. Super talented, man. He is. I'm not saying he's talented. He is the most hateable guy in the UFC. 100, other than the guy that I'll show you at the end of this video at heavyweight. You probably know who it is, especially if you saw the thumbnail. Why does this guy have fans? First of all, let's start with the first thing. This guy, before all the other shit came out, we'll go in like order of the way shit happened. The shit he did to Neil Magny, painting him out as a domestic abuser, a child beater, and didn't let Neil Magny say a fucking word on the mic after. He gaslit Neil Magny, lied about him completely, and tried to get people to think that he was beating the shit out of his son. When Neil Magny, all he said is, I'll give you a whooping like I give him a boy, or like a father gives his boy or some shit like that. Bro, he's not actually, it's a figure of speech. You were the young 25-year-old in the division. He's the 40-year-old legend. He's going to try and whip you up like a father hits his kid sometimes. Guess what, Ian Gary, by the looks of it, and your fucking soybean diet and your cuckold habits, you should have gotten hit by your dad a little bit when you were a kid, you little fucking loser. Soy bitch. Fucking soy bitch, dude. That's what he is. The shit he did to Neil Magny was fucking terrible. Then all the stuff comes out about him being a cuck, and he starts threatening lawsuits against Strickland, against MMA Guru. I don't like what you have to say, so I'm gonna lawsuit you. I'm gonna absolutely sue you. Defamation of character. Bruh, you want to talk about defamation of character? What you did to Neil Magny was the definition of that. You lied about him beating his kid, and then you didn't let anyone talk about it. And you just gaslit everybody. Didn't let him talk at the press conference. You just told everyone he was a fucking kid beater. That's all you did. But somehow that it's okay for you to do that, but no one can call you a cuck when your wife writes a book on how to court a young man so that way she can set herself up successfully for the rest of her life, how to be a wag. Go look at it. She fucking wrote the book and then is actually living everything she wrote in the book, whatever, dude. I'm fucking fired up. Not to mention, you guys lived in the same house for a while. I don't know if it's still that way, but at the time in 2023, at the end, you were still living in the same house as your nutritionist who has you on a vegan diet, who, by the way, is your wife's ex-husband. That's not weird. Sorry, dude, I just don't agree with that. My Christian values don't agree with that fucking weird cuckery, dude. So, There's just a bunch of shit on why I don't like him and why fighters don't hate him enough. We were all on the same page that we didn't like this guy. And now everyone just flips and goes, dude, he's really, really good at fighting, man. Yes, he is. I'm not doubting that. But he's fucking weird. He's unlikable. And then we're going to get to the next part. Arrogance. His arrogance, sometimes it works. For Ilia Topuria, it works because he goes out there. He's arrogant as hell. He goes, I'm going to put your lights out. And he puts your lights out. And he's entertaining. And he's a better shit talker on the mic. Ian Gary just sounds like an arrogant, fucking preppy bitch. That's what he does. He sounds like a trust fund kid every time he opens his fucking mouth. Shut your mouth, bro. And he's delusional. He talks about the Shavkat fight like he won it when he lost. Nobody ever made Shavkat look human, mate. Alright, man, I lost 3-2, but I should have gotten the title shot over Jack. Really? Because Jack Della Maddalena hasn't lost in the UFC yet. Coming off a finish over Gilbert Burns via a sick knee. The first guy to call out Shavkat, by the way. Ian Gary took an opportunity on short notice when Shavkat was also a little banged up. And he fought Shavkat to a decision loss when it was the worst Shavkat has ever looked. So excuse me for saying, fuck this guy. You lost to Shavkat. Now you beat Pratis 3-2. The number 13 ranked guy, and you go, title shot, mate. I need a title shot next hour. I'm the toughest matchup for Balal. Fuck you, you zesty ass bitch. You're the most hated guy at welterweight. You cannot be hated enough. Controversial take here. I'm saying Paulo Costa. For middleweight, it's Paulo. Honestly, there's not a lot of hateable guys at middleweight. I really like a lot of the middleweights. RDR, honestly, fun. Dreekis, love the gaslighting. He's an awesome character. The best on the mic. Hamzat I like too. Strickland I'm a fan of, even though at times he pisses me off. But he's pretty either hated or loved. So I'm not going to say he needs to be hated more because there are some people that hate him enough. A little more than enough, if I'm being honest. But that's just because they're soft and, they don't like when someone speaks their fucking mind. Same thing with Bryce Mitchell. But anyway. I'm going with Paulo. Listen, this guy has kind of gotten a lot of gifts in the UFC. Beats Rockhold, so then he gets to fight Whitaker. Loses to Whitaker, and then he gets the number 1 ranked Strickland. He doesn't fight a lot at all either. He completely missed weight, and he had a bunch of years in between the Adesanya fight and the Vettori fight that he was just talking, wasn't taking fights seriously, would drop out of fights. And then he missed weight against Vettori, made Vettori go up to fight him at 205 and still looked terrible and lost. So listen, he's really funny on Twitter, but since the Adesanya thing, man, it's kind of been downhill for Costa. I think he's funny as hell. I do. I don't dislike him. But I had to pick someone for middleweight. I went with Paulo Costa. You can do an unranked guy, but I kind of wanted to pick the unranked guys. This is a hot take. I get it. I think he's just kind of loved by a lot of fans. That there's some things to hate about. Whereas on the other fucking fighters at middleweight, they're either already hated enough, or I don't know. The middleweight was tough, but I went with Paulo Costa just for the reasons I mentioned. The Vettori thing was annoying. He doesn't get enough shit for that. And then the privilege he doesn't get enough shit for either, as well as having some lackluster fights. The fight with Strickland was annoying, and yes, Strickland jabbed and teeped the whole way, and it was boring on Strickland's behalf too, but Paulo Costa's a major part of that. The guy didn't want to fucking throw. He didn't want to sit in the middle and throw, so. Next up, we're going with another really boring-ass fighter, dude. The annoying city kickboxing Israel Adesanya style is back at light heavyweight. Tapping low kicks all fight. No charisma. No personality. No hype when this guy talks. No hype at all from this guy. All the girls love him more than they love me. So, there's that too. He's stealing your girl. Fuck this dude, man. Alberg's so boring and shitty to watch. Ugh. It's not like he's a bad guy, but he's boring. Sucks to watch. He's overrated as hell, gets the UFC privilege. If it's a close fight, it's going to go to Oldberg because he's a 35-year-old top prospect. I'm using Carlos Oldberg for the light heavyweight. A lot of people are going to say Jamal Hill, man. Dude, Jamal Hill gets plenty of hate, and I'm a big Jamal Hill fan, so I don't agree with that. Jamal Hill gets too much hate. We're going to do other videos that I think Jamal Hill will fall in suit in. Fighter that I think gets much too much hate, so. But Oldberg doesn't get it enough, bro. I'm going to say that. Boring as hell. Moving on to the final one. Bro, this guy is hated so much by so many people, but then you have that small amount of certain type of person that wants to prove to you they've been in the sport long enough where they love Jon Jones. They'll defend him at any cost. He doesn't need to do anything to prove anything. It's weird because that's kind of what a lot of the court cases say. Well, you usually need proof, but Jon Jones, even though we have proof, he's really good at fighting, so he doesn't get arrested for the terrible shit that he does that other people get arrested for. You know, the stuff like beating his wife repeatedly, beating his wife to a bloody pulp to the point where his kids have to call the police on him because daddy has made their mother bleed again. You know, not the first time it had happened, right? Not the second time it had happened, probably, and it just keeps happening, so I guess that's totally okay. Maybe the fact that he's a drug cheat, complete drug cheat of the sport, popped 4 times for PEDs, wouldn't fight Chael Sonnen, had an entire event moved and canceled because of that. You know, ruined DC's legacy, essentially. Like, DC's got his legacy, but Jon Jones is a major part of why he's not considered the GOAT, because Jon Jones just gets to take PEDs and it's totally fine. Eye poke merchant. You want to talk about fucking cheating in the cage? This guy's always fucking out there eye poking, sticking his hands in your face so that way you don't want to jolt in because you'll get a finger to the eye. And because it's Jon Jones, they won't call it an eye poke. You know what I mean? Hit a pregnant lady with his car. He's a big fan of the month of June as well, as you know, like big fan of that certain month that a lot of people that are very happy or British people that smoke cigs, you know what they call them, right? Like that's, you know, then there's also the thing where he gaslights you into saying that he's a man of God, but then he keeps doing the same stuff over and over and over again. Saying, like, I love that he preaches the name of the Lord, but I don't like that he uses him as a cop-out. I think that is a disgusting, heinous act. I think that is sinful. I think that's something that he should pay for on Judgment Day. But at the end of the day, he's a good fighter, but he is not hated enough. And last but not least, as you all know, the most significant to right now, he will not fight Tom Aspinall. He is holding up the whole heavyweight division, saying that he doesn't want to fight Tom because it's just bad business. I don't want to work with him. I don't need to prove anything else. First of all, you do, because you beat a 42-year-old Stipe. Just saying that, you beat him by a third-round TKO when Aspinall would flatline him in 30 seconds. And all respect to Stipe as well. Then you beat Cyril Gane, who has no grappling to get the belt. But I get it. It's a top heavyweight, right? It's someone that Aspinall is going to have to beat soon, too, and we'll use it as a credible win. I get that. But he beat Cyril Gane to get the belt. Waited till 20 months later? No, 17 months later, 19 months later, somewhere in between that, which would be 18 months. FYI. Waits that long to fight a 42-year-old firefighter who hadn't won a fight in 4 years, let alone been in a cage in over 3 years. So 3.5 years, 3 years, 8 months-ish. You have an interim champion that you just won't fight and you say you don't like because he's a bad guy. I just think he's a jerk. You know, the nicest guy who has never said anything bad about anybody. The only thing that he has said that is remotely rude is after you ducking him for, years at this point, now he's saying, John's ducking me. He's afraid of me. Now he's trying to get something out of you. These are the fighters in each division that I don't think are hated enough. Let me know what you think of the picks. I'm sure there are going to be people that disagree with me because all of a sudden Ian Gary has a bunch of fans. Mario Batista in a couple months after he beats Chito Vera will have fans now. And Jon Jones has fans because people somehow support all the terrible shit he does. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe.